All right. So I can't even say like, hey now, hey good people, happy Sanctuary Sunday. Because today is not Sunday. What is today? Today is Wednesday. And I'm revamping Sanctuary Sunday. So moving on about today. To me, this would have been like the perfect Sanctuary Sunday recording, even though now it's shifting into something else. So, I've been thinking, some of you know, I've been thinking about, job at the intersection of life and where I want my road to go and, all of those things that we tend to think about through time and space. And first of all, sorry that my glasses are dark. They're prescription transition lenses that have a hard time transitioning back. Never buy these. Oh, I'm never going to do it again. Anyway, I digress. So thinking about, some of you know, I started thinking about law, family law. And I'd been in touch with an attorney friend of mine and, getting counseled over this whole process and my thoughts around it and so on and so forth. And while considering going into law, going to law school and then making my way into family law, because it's aligned with, all of the work that I've done. I've also been just open, right? Not fixed on one thing, not being narrow-minded, just opening myself and allowing the truth, because the truth is all I want is the truth, because it's always the most amazing thing, right? So investigating law, of course, researching it because I dive into things. I want to know, what's going on while also listening to my intuition, communing with my higher self, just being receptive to being rightly guided. So I announced that on Facebook yesterday. So today I'm at work. I'm meeting one-on-one with one of my staff, whom I love because I think she's just fabulous with the clients and just is an amazing Nicaraguan woman. So I'm sitting with her in our one-on-one, and I'm talking to her about different ways that she can approach and relate to her clients and troubleshooting some things and, just basically being a mentor as her supervisor. So during that, and I had earlier talked to people about, oh yeah, I'm thinking about law school, while at work. And so in talking with her, she said, she looked at me, and she's a mature woman. She's amazing. And I say that to say she's a woman of wisdom. She's not a child. So she looks at me and she said, "You would be a great teacher." And I was like, yeah, I remember when I, taught at the college level, at the university level, and I enjoyed it. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then we started talking about law school, and then we got back to the clients. Okay, be that as it may, of course, still law, right? And opening myself and asking questions and still communing with my higher self and reading a book. It's over there. A book called me the other day, maybe 5 days ago, The Art of Happiness at Work, by the Dalai Lama and this guy, what's his name? I want to say Coleman something. Anyway. And it's just talking about all these things. So everything is in alignment because, again, it's called The Art of Happiness at Work. Because I always want to cultivate the good wherever I am. I want to see the meaning and purpose. Why am I here? What am I learning? What am I contributing? How do I feel, about where I am? What are the people like? all of that, because for most of us, the workplace is where we spend the majority of our time. Therefore, it needs to be rightly aligned so I can maintain my vibration and not be like, oh my God, I got it, So it's important to check in and make changes accordingly. So anyway, I'm taking public transportation from the city, San Francisco, into Oakland. It's like 3 stops on BART. And, I'm reading because I'm always reading. And, being with that. And I thought about her being my staff at some other point. Maybe when talking to the director about what she said about me, that I would be a good teacher. So anyway, again, in communion with my higher self, So this evening, hence the Sanctuary Sunday on Wednesday, I'm taking a shower, and the shower is often one of my most, one of the most connective times, right? Because I'm showering, but it's like the combination of the hot water and just the moment. I use it as an opportunity to talk to the divine, my higher self, to ask questions. So while I'm in the shower, I basically say I open myself to receive, to hear. And I started thinking about law. Well, it's almost like when I opened myself up, it's not that I started thinking, it's just things would enter in, like law. And then I would go there. Classes, I would go there. And then I thought about my staff. And I was like, teaching. Well, I did enjoy, would I teach law? I did enjoy when I taught sociology. And then I was like, well, why not do that, right? Like, excuse me. Why not do that? Why not? And not why not. It's it's not as easy to convey because spiritual things just sort of, right? So you have to put words around the experience. Somehow or another, because I try not to hold on when I need to keep receiving, so I let go. Somewhere or another, it was sort of like teaching. Oh yeah, I enjoy teaching. Oh, so then I started thinking, okay, well, sociology, or where would I go with that again? Because again, I've thought about all these things over the years at different points, because my journey, and it's going to tie into why I'm changing Sanctuary Sunday's name and whole situation. I'm not changing Sanctuary Sunday. Why that has finished and something new is beginning is more accurate, because Sanctuary Sunday is what it is. Anywho, bottom line is I had this epiphany, fast forwarding, right? Because I can't find the words. I had this epiphany. It was like, oh, I'm a teacher. And not like elementary school or high school or even college. I'm a spiritual teacher. It just hit me like it's not about any job. It's about the pursuit of your calling. And when I think of, which is a chapter in the book, alignment, man, okay. So when I think about every job I've ever had as an adult, public child welfare, Cal State Fullerton, my near decade in hospice, where I am currently, as well as how I interact and engage with people and friends, whomever, my staff member. The part that resonates the most always with regard to work that I just love is the part when I'm engaging with people and teaching which for me is just sharing and exchanging from a spiritual place. Mindfulness, gratitude, interpersonal, relatedness, how to deal with difficult people, how to, living authentic, whatever it is. And then it was like, oh my God, I'm a teacher. And immediately I heard, now research CIIS and see what PhD programs they have that are part-time where you could go at night and it's going to be aligned with where you are today. What? So I'm in the shower like, having, a spiritual experience because I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Gratitude. I finally encountered it. That it's not about a job, because no job will ever, it has to be a calling for me. And now I know what that is and how to move in that direction. Can I get an amen? And grateful that I encountered it at such a young age, because, hey, I'll be 44 in a second, but that's young to be aligned with your situation, and can just live that. So I want to encourage people. I haven't even, put anything in my mouth. I sat down like, I got to get this out. I got to spread the word. I want to encourage people, and it doesn't apply to everybody, because some people are about the career and climbing that ladder. Great. Some people about job hopping to follow the money only. They don't care what they're doing. They follow them. Great. Whatever your thing is, do you. And then other people, it's about the calling. And so what happens is at some point, there's going to be this desire for change. When you're aligned with your calling, there's nothing to change. You're fully in your flow. You have tapped into your purpose. Why am I here? What am I doing? Find your calling. Look within, look at your life and find when you most are aligned and feel good. I don't mean like, oh, I love to roller skate, so how can I do that for a living? Because I've thought of, like, I like to read. Can I just read for a living, but not like be an editor or do it, I like to drink wine. Can I do that for? Yeah, you could actually. So anyway, I want to encourage you to encounter your calling. Initially, I thought to pursue it, but you don't have to pursue it. It's already within. It's encountering it, which is to pay attention, to look at yourself and see where your truth is. And then say thank you, to yourself, your deepest self. And then open yourself to receive guidance as to how to go about living your calling. And being paid. So, yeah. After I eat and chill and have a beer. Oh, wait. I have a clearly Canadian. Whoop. So, yeah, after I, have some more me time. Woo! Oh my good Lord, have mercy. Jesus Christ. Jesus Cristo. Once I do me, I am going to go on that website and see what they're talking about. I'm going to choose the one that's on the PATH. Oh, And here's another thing, alignment. CIIS is in San Francisco. I now work in San Francisco. So it's not like I would have to go out of my way. All I have to do is leave my job and take the bus over, boom, and then BART home. Get this, I've been accepted, or I should say admitted, into CIIS 2 different times before. Once in 2009, when I was living in Southern California. It was for their writing program, and it was the catalyst that brought me to the Bay. Because I was like, oh, well, if I get in, I'll move to the Bay. Boom, got in, moved to the Bay, didn't go to the school. I was like, oh, I'm here. I like my life. I'm working in hospice. I don't want to do that. Another time was, 2017? 28? No, well, obviously it wasn't 18 because I was living in Mexico. I think it was at the top of 17 or at the bottom of 16. Anyway, I got in again, writing program. And didn't go. Because ultimately, it just wasn't the truth. It's like, oh yeah, I love to write. I'm a writer. I'm going to do... And then I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to read these books and annotate. And I want to read and enjoy. And I want to write because of the message. I'm a writer because there's something I have to say. I'm not trying to be all like, oh, the perfect writer, technically. Anyway, I digress again. Hypothetical tangent? No, not really. Well, it makes sense why I never went. 1, it wasn't the truth. And 2, because I meant that's not my calling. And I was not meant to go in that direction. That's me allowing myself to see. And then if it's not, to back up, same in a relationship, to see, because I always want to be open and receptive. And if it's not, I don't get time back. Time is the one thing we don't get back, so I'm not wasting mine. I'm not going to pursue a degree just because I started it. I already have a master's. If if I go 3 months or 3 years and I realize it's not on the path, I'm out. I'm not going to go another year, another 2 years. I could be doing something else. I could have encountered my calling. I'm not going to force anything to work. Oh my God, it's 18 minutes. And I said I was leaving like 3 minutes ago. Here's to your calling. Boom, boom. I'm getting ready to eat something and I'm excited. What? All right. Thanks for tuning in. And today was supposed to be the last day of Sanctuary Sunday. And it is, because this is not Sanctuary Sunday. Even if it all says Sanctuary Sunday, this is not that.